Hi, I'm Mark Holzman, and I own a Catalina 36 sailboat. I've had it since it was a year old, and it was built in 1993. So Hawkwind is just coming up on 29 years old, and she's in pretty good shape. We've kept her up and kept her in good nick. But one of the things that the Catalina sailboat has in common with many of the models that were built in the mid 80s all the way up to 1995 were screeching hatches. What happens is, if you can look down in that little channel, there is what was originally a piece of Teflon tape that lined this whole way all the way back beyond the cabin top. And over time, the adhesive on the back of that Teflon tape would either wear out or just lose its sticky, and it would go away or dissolve. So what that left was you had gel coat grinding on gel coat and creating just a horrible screech. So I did some reading way back, and there was a fellow by the name of Graham Mackey, and he said that if I could find a piece of HDPE plastic about 1/16 of an inch wide or in depth and 1 inch wide and 72 inches long, you could slide it in that channel and it would stop it from screeching. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I went out and got a piece of this plastic. The only problem is I had to buy a piece of plastic that was about the size of a sheet of plywood. It was 4 feet by 96 inches. So I had them cut the piece that I needed. In fact, I had 2 sets made, and I brought them down here and I gave it a whirl. I thought, what the heck? Let's see if this can solve the problem, because otherwise you got to take the whole thing apart. And taking the whole thing apart means removing your dodger and taking off these pieces. They have little plugs. You have to take the plugs out. In other words, it's just probably a 5-hour job if you've done it 1 or 2 times. The first time's probably closer to 8. So anyway, I gave it a whirl. And what this is, I'm going to see if I can show you here, is there's a little plastic strip. Here's the plastic strip, just like that. 1/16 of an inch by 1 inch by 72 inches. And you just slide it into the channel there, and it just sits there. Now I have the hatch that has kind of a little lip here. Some of them were totally open, but I have the hatch that has a lip here, so I don't have to put any kind of adhesive or anything to hold it in place. It just sits in there. But the really cool thing is that, let me give you a little demonstration. This is what my hatch sounds like. It just glides on that piece of on those pieces of plastic, and it takes 5 minutes to put them in. You just kind of feed them in, you wiggle the hatch, feed them in some more, but it really solves the problem. And there's guys, whenever I put up a post or anything, there's guys that will, oh, you can beeswax in there, oh, you can do this, oh, you can do that. And yeah, you can, but it's usually a temporary fix. This has been in place now for going on 3 or 4 years. So anyway, what I did with the rest of the plastic is I had them all cut up into pieces, and I thought, what the heck, I'm just going to sell them to friends, family, or whoever on the club forums, whatever, that might need these. So I started selling them, and year to date, I have sold 300 sets all over the country, a couple times to Canada. But anyway, I have another set for sale. I don't make any money on this. I'm just doing it. It's a labor of love. It's fun. I think I make a whole $15 on each one, net maybe. And so I get to buy a tank of diesel once a year with my labor. But more than anything, it's just kind of fun to do. And it's such an easy fix. And it's you can go out and buy a piece of plastic, 48 by 96, give me a call. I'll tell you how to do it. But if you want a simple solution where it comes mailed to you, I charge $22. That covers postage, the packaging, and shipping, and it really does solve the problem. So if you're interested, send me an email. Email me at Holzie, Holzie, @gmail.com. And what I ask you to do is send it either PayPal or Venmo or whatever, and I'll mail you out a package. And it's really slick, really simple, and you will have quiet hatches that will not be screeching and grinding, and you'll be happy. Your wife will be happy. Your partner will be happy. Your crew will be happy. Everybody will be happy. Have a great day. Have a good time sailing.